lights out and away we go.
And welcome to the final watch along. The final time we will be watching all together a Silver War documentary, because this is the second and last part of the watch along of the last chapter of the Silver War F1 Trilogy. I will place in the future here a card where you can get access to the first part of the watch along of this documentary F1 2016. You are seeing now on the screen, this is the German Grand Prix. This is round, I think it's round 12 of 21 during this season. And in the first half, quick recap, we saw all the troubles Lewis Hamilton have, especially in the first 4 races, a lot of reliability problems, engine problems that were out of his control, that cost him a lot of points at the beginning of the season. But after the famous crash in Spain between Rosberg and Hamilton, Lewis Hamilton starts to win races and to catch up Nico in the championship. And actually, after the Hungarian Grand Prix, that was the last race we watched in the documentary, the situation is this one. The championship is this one. Lewis Hamilton is leading the championship by 6 points over Nico Rosberg. Question is, can Lewis Hamilton maintain the lead during the whole season and to win the championship also in 2016? Or finally will be the day for Nico Rosberg, and finally will be the season when Nico Rosberg wins the championship? In case you have no idea, I will try to don't spoil you. If you know, anyway, let's enjoy this final documentary, the second half. So, as I said, 6 points advantage for Lewis, and it's time for the German Grand Prix. As you saw in the images, is Nico Rosberg on pole position. Take your seat, guys. Let's enjoy, as I said, this final part of the watch along. Welcome everyone. As always, you can participate in the chat, commenting the documentary with me. We can comment in things, your opinion, your point of view of the things you will watch now. But it's the moment. German Grand Prix. Can Lewis Hamilton pass Nico at the start? Can Rosberg defend his position? Here we go. Yes, Lewis can. Good start. Rosberg, terrible start.
He's ahead of Ricardo, he's ahead of Rosberg, who's had an appalling start, really.
Rosberg is in P4. Fighting with both Red Bulls, even with Sebastian Vettel. Ooh. Wow. He's blocking.
Nico Rosberg.
Verstappen blocking.
Pressure Rosberg now from Sebastian Vettel.
Wow, even dropping in 5th.
Rosberg holds that 4th place.
What a difficult start for Nico. He has to pass Verstappen, definitely.
It's another Red Bull versus Mercedes.
Wow, good switchback.
Managed to get a decent exit.
And Verstappen is still fighting, as always.
Wheel to wheel with Daniel Ricciardo.
Wow, wheel to wheel.
They take the right-hander.
Wow.
Pace inside line for Ricciardo.
What a good battle.
Will Rosberg yield? He won't. He gets forced to the outside.
Ah, no, I think it's Ricciardo or Verstappen. I don't remember now. Luis still leading. Good start, so nice for him. Nice time for Nico Rosberg, that is still in P4. Yes.
So pushing hard now. Push hard now.
Still having to pass the Red Bull. Nico needs to do it. He needs to catch Hamilton.
He's going to have a go under braking.
Wow. That move was exactly what Nico Rosberg did in Austria to Lewis. Do you remember that? The same way. Going really late in the brakes, don't giving room to Lewis, and they both crash. Exactly the same maneuver, now this time to Verstappen. Let's see what happened.
Rosberg is not going to give up this fight. Verstappen has...
Look at that, it's outside the track.
Getting out, it's muscles being...
But still wheel to wheel.
Rosberg got ahead of Max Verstappen.
P3.
And I'll ask, did he push him off the track? Was it a bit too aggressive?
That's my point. It was too aggressive Rosberg there. Did he deserve a penalty for that?
Or did Verstappen kind of leave him no option?
Difficult to say.
So, Nico, important, you keep pushing, you've got a 5.
Oh, penalty.
We need to take at the next pit stop.
Can you explain to them that I was full lock on the steering wheel and I couldn't steer more? And he moved in braking, that was the big problem. That's completely not allowed.
What do you think about it? I'm not sure, I don't agree. I think Rosberg braked really late and tried to squeeze Verstappen too much there, in my opinion. I think he did. You have to get room to the other car. That's sadly what happened to with Lewis in in Austria. So I'm not really agree with Rosberg here. I think that the 5 seconds time penalty for me is deserved. Now obviously he has to serve that penalty, and he will lose probably the podium before, sadly.
It is gonna
And Lewis wins again.
in the last 7 races.
6 wins in the last 7 races. You can now see how Lewis Hamilton recovered from that miserable first races where he had a lot of reliability problems, engine issues, crashes, winning 6 of the last 7 races and increasing the gap in the championship just the summer break, the first half. So if I will be Rosberg here, I should be really disappointed. Knowing the gap, the advantage I had in the first 5 races, that was almost 50 points, and now you are behind by more than 12 points, something like that. So that's why Lewis Hamilton is so good. He's always able to recover from, you know, the very bottom.
Hamilton wins the German Grand Prix. A commanding, convincing performance from the defending world champion.
Great win. Look at that. Now, Lewis Hamilton leads over Nico Rosberg by 19 points. When he was behind more than 40 points something after the Russian Grand Prix, guys. So, as I said, if Nico had a chance to win or to beat Lewis, it was this season. Managing the advantage, the big advantage he had at the beginning of the season. But for different reasons, since that win in Monaco of Lewis Hamilton, it was really difficult to beat. With some incidents, also Rosberg lost points in Austria when he was leading for that incident. That probably was lost points because that maneuver. But anyway, Lewis is there. Now he's in the moment. He's winning everything. So if Rosberg does not stop this momentum of Lewis, bye-bye. Another year, Lewis will be the final winner. Lewis will beat you again. So let's see.
Okay, you then got this penalty. Talk us through that move on Max and how you saw it.
I thought it was a good battle, and that's it, you know. And I was very surprised that I got.
Look at that. I think for me it's clear. I mean, look at how he's taking Rosberg that corner. It's justifying that he went wide because Verstappen moved under braking and he cannot steer more. But I mean, I don't think so. I think he did it purposely. But anyway, let's listen to Rosberg.
Penalized. I didn't expect that at all.
Well, but Nico, going into this break now, 19 points behind, it must be tough. So what do you do? Tell us how you come back in Spa fighting.
19 points is not tough at all. Tough is losing the race in the way I did today.
True as well, especially in the start. The start was really bad. And once both Red Bulls were ahead of Rosberg, it was impossible to pass him. And you can see now something that happened during this season that not so many people commenting, and it's the fact of how fast Red Bull cars were in this season. I think Red Bull did a great season in 2016, and actually they are the second fastest team with Verstappen and Ricciardo. But for example, in this race, you saw that Rosberg could not beat Verstappen on track in a Mercedes. So watch out with that, because the Red Bull cars can be in some way that can dictate the end of this championship. So anyway, let's continue. Just it's a point of view I would like to give you also.
That's very, very tough, and that's going to take some time to digest now in the next few days. Thankfully, I got my family to help me over that.
I was about to say, I'm sure they'll help. Thanks very much, Nico.
That will help. Because now it's the summer break. That's why he's saying that. Now they have 3 months. Sorry, 3 months, no. 3 weeks after comeback in Spa-Francorchamps, as the classic Formula 1 seasons where the first race after the summer break was always Spa. I miss that. So let's continue.
So 62-point turnaround. You came at the beginning.
60 points turnaround. That's what I was talking about. Lewis Hamilton recovered 60 points in the last 7 races with Nico. So that's painful if you see it from the Nico Rosberg perspective in his dream to win the championship. By the other hand, it's absolutely great for Lewis to see that only in the first half he was able to recover all points lost with Nico in the first 4 races and even increase the gap until 19. That's crazy. That's why there is when Nico realized that, man, I'm fighting with one of the greatest drivers here, with Lewis Hamilton.
Beginning of the weekend, so I don't feel like I'm in the lead of the championship. I've got to take an engine penalty at some point. Do you feel like you're leading it now with 19 points?
Important what Martin Brundle says. Remember that all troubles with engines Lewis Hamilton had in the first qualifying sessions will force to Lewis at some point to receive penalties because he will have to use more extra engines at some point of the season. And the engine components are really limited during the season per driver. If you exceed a certain number, you have to receive grid penalties. That's why Martin is talking about that. And probably this is something we will see in the future races with Lewis. So watch out with that.
I feel I'm closer to leading it. I never thought that I would come back from 43 points down and be 19 points ahead. So I think I just didn't give up, and we didn't give up. These guys have worked so hard. We're both here in the back of the factory, and yeah, we do have a penalty up ahead at some stage.
Exactly, it will have a penalty. Yeah, definitely. This story is so great, and one of the reasons is because you said, obviously I will not spoil. If you read the chat and you had no idea how I finished the documentary, don't read the message. But yeah, you are absolutely right. It was a great season for Lewis, and makes even more important what Nico Rosberg was able to put in that fight to fight with Lewis until the end. So, and the turnaround of the story is absolutely fantastic. So that's why people love so much this documentary. Probably one of the favorite of the favorite of most of the people. Sometimes people write me and they always tell me that it's the documentary that they enjoy most, and one of the reasons is because of the incredible story this season had.
This engine's done amazing to get to where we are, and I'm super grateful for it. The life that it's led and the laps that we've led with it, and that's something I think it's as good a buffer as I could get with the circumstances. So I'm very, very grateful, and I'm going to keep pushing.
That 4th World Championship, sort of touching distance.
I have every belief that it's possible to do it. I've got incredible support back in the UK, but also around the world from many Brits, but also different people from different nations. And
I have to confess that at that point I was cheering for Lewis in that battle as well. I was one of them. Oh, really? I remember cheering them both on the whole season. Whoever won was going to earn it. Wow, that's remarkable from your side to be cheering both drivers. You had to enjoy it even more than the rest of the people, seeing how close it was, the fight. So yeah, that's great.
And I'm a big thank you to all of them if they are watching for all the love and support that you guys send my way. I honestly don't feel I would be able to drive with a full heart like I do today if it wasn't for you guys. So
have a great holiday.
Thank you, man.
So Lewis super happy. As he said, he never thought that he would be in a position to recover so many points, but he did. Great job. And now move to the summer break, and we come back in Spa-Francorchamps. Here we go. 10 races to go, by the way. 10 races to go now, or 9. No, I think 9 races to go.
And are you confident of maintaining the momentum from Germany?
Well, this is Spa-Francorchamps before the Grand Prix weekend starts.
Or could an engine penalty interfere with that here?
Naturally, we already discussed engine penalties before, so that will come into play for sure. But I'll do everything I can to minimize the impact that it will have. And but otherwise, beyond that penalty that I'll eventually take, I think I'll be able to continue with the momentum. I plan to continue with the momentum that I had before the break.
Has it been...
So, Lewis will be penalized in this Grand Prix in Spa. The Mercedes team decided to serve the penalty in Spa using an extra engine. Probably here it's a very intelligent decision to do it here because Spa have a lot of long straight line sections and it's easy to pass. It's one of the circuits where overtaking is easier. So probably they decide to receive a grid penalty here in case Lewis Hamilton will have to start at the back of the grid. But as I said, it will be really much easier for him to pass people. That's why they probably decide to receive here the penalty.
Decided whether you'll take the engine penalty here or at another race?
As far as I'm aware, we will be taking the penalty this weekend, yes.
Sorry, he said now.
So I have no engines left, so.
Had no engines. And this, remember guys, he has no engines because all the reliability issues he had in China, in Russia, in Monaco with the engines, especially in qualifying. Do you remember that now? That situation of the past is costing him now penalties. That's why it's very important to see the season like a full picture, race by race, remembering all what happened previously, because every action, every situation in a championship that is so tight between two drivers until the very end counts. You know, every things that happen to you counts in terms of points lose or gain. So that's why it's very important to remember all what happened with each driver in every race. For example, Rosberg also had a little issue in Silverstone with the gearbox issue at the end. He received a penalty. It's very important, you know, to see the whole picture. So here we go. Spa-Francorchamps, what a great circuit. One of my favorites, definitely. So, yeah. Rosberg in pole position and Lewis P21, obviously with the penalties now. So let's see if he can... How much places he can recover now.
And it's lights out and away we go.
Here we go. Rosberg still in P1. Ah, well,
And it's a chain reaction. Sebastian stranded in the middle of the track.
Vettel out of the track. Wow.
The tyre gone. Carlos Sainz.
Man, I don't remember that. What a chaotic start at the Spa-Francorchamps.
His right rear tyre exploding.
How many drivers
Straight.
are out in turn 1?
Causing a huge amount of damage.
Ooh.
Spinning that Toro Rosso round.
Carlos Sainz. Raikkonen as well with a puncher. Oh, he has fire in the floor.
Oh, and there's someone gone into the
Wow.
barrier.
Wow. What a crash. I remember that. It's Kevin Magnussen in the Renault. What a crash, man. Fortunately, it was okay, but I'm thinking now in Antoine Hubert, for example, they crashed in a similar point. Nasty crash. Obviously, red flag, I assume.
The Renault of Kevin Magnussen.
Wow, look at the car. Man, it could be much worse. Fortunately, nothing happened to Kevin, but what a crash.
Safety car. Kevin had a big crash. Is the driver okay?
Good words by Lewis asking about the driver.
Yep, so it's Magnussen, the driver okay.
Oh, look at that. I think he has some damage in the legs. Wow, the impact had to be so severe. Look at the car, how it is.
They need to repair the barriers.
Red flag. Okay. Nicole P1. Luis is in P5. Man. From P21 to P5 in I don't know how many laps. Obviously helped that the race start was absolutely chaotic. Wow, but wow. Let's go. Love this song.
Rosberg into the bus stop chicane, and then Ricciardo, then comes Hulkenberg.
So it's Rosberg, Ricciardo, Hulkenberg in the Force India, behind is Alonso. Wow, Alonso in the McLaren Honda. P4, and then you can see it's Hamilton P5. He's not so far away from Nico.
And then comes Fernando Alonso, Lewis Hamilton.
Here we go. Passing Nico.
Hulkenberg, and from 21st on the grid.
That's P3.
Now up into the podium place.
Wow. Yeah, he has a Mercedes, but what a comeback from P21 to P3.
Nice work, Lewis. Nice work. So we've got Ricciardo.
Here we go. Rosberg P1. Oh, pits Lewis. Ooh, what happened? Very bad stop. Still P3. P4 now. The second pit stop. Passing now for India for P3.
He wins in Spa for the first time. He wins for the 6th time.
Finally, Rosberg wins again. How long? It was since without win. Since when it was the previous race he won in Russia. The first 4 wins in a row. After Russia, he didn't win anymore because in Spain they crashed both. In Monaco wins Lewis Hamilton. In Canada wins Lewis Hamilton. In Austria wins Lewis Hamilton as well. What else? In the Azerbaijan Grand... no, sorry, since Azerbaijan. He won. Nico won in Baku. That was around like 3-4 races ago. But it feels that he was not winning since a long time. Anyway, easy, let's say. But he's on the top again.
In 2016.
Fantastic drive, Nico. Well done.
Thank you, Paddy. Awesome results. Awesome.
And also, Luis only lose from here only 10 points, considering he's starting at the back. So I think he's still leading.
But Lewis Hamilton from 21st on
Great job, what a race.
to take the final podium place.
Well done. Great job. So, double podium for Mercedes. And the gap now... 9 points. Only 9 points.
You know, I'm so happy and proud of everyone today. I really was not expecting that. As I said yesterday, I have no idea what was capable of today. Well, I just made sure I came with a real positive mental attitude today, and obviously it worked. So
Definitely.
Still 9 points ahead. Engines in the pool as well to use and a new gearbox for the next race. It's looking good.
unbelievable. Yeah, I mean, I think I now have more engines than most, and that's a great thing.
Now he's probably in a better position than Rosberg now with this new engine.
Very happy about that, and now, you know, I guess the fight's really on from the next race, and hopefully for us it's kind of a cleaner second half of the season, so we can really see some good fights.
Let's see if now Luis can only focus on track without receiving more penalties because of exceeding engine penalties or whatever. But still fighting. He's still leading by 9 points, but obviously with that win of Nico, the next race will be very important to see what happens. Here we go, Italian Grand Prix, Monza, another classic one. Let's see, Luis, start Nico in P2 now, and Luis in P1. This is, I have to say, one of my favorite edits of what I made in this documentary, the Italian Grand Prix, also because I really like the song I choose. And also the editing is really fast paced, really, you know, very smooth. It's, just that you will see now. But anyway, let's focus on the race and action. Now it's Nico in second. Remember, he needs to close the gap, so let's see if he can pass Luis at the start.
It's lights out and away we go.
This is Luis. Ooh, bad start. Wow. What's happening? What a bad start, losing 4 places like Rosberg in Germany. This season, in terms of race start of the Mercedes drivers, are really inconsistent. Sometimes Rosberg lost like 4 places in Germany. Now, Hamilton, something happened in the race start of these guys, of the Mercedes guys, because in most of the races, one of them fails.
Poor start here. Rosberg and Vettel going into the first corner.
Wow, even if losing another place, P6.
Rosberg heads into the first corner ahead of Sebastian Vettel.
Wow. Obviously had to recover places.
Looks to pass Ricciardo, but Ricciardo's got the inside line.
We had the inside now.
Get a better traction.
It's close. Ooh, almost into the grass.
And Hamilton's got the piece of track he needs.
And Ricciardo was a hard fighter there, but it was fair enough. Very good move. P5. Time for Felipe Massa in the Williams, I think, or Bottas. Bottas is Bottas.
Struggling on its tyres. Hamilton now picks up the toe, gets closer and closer.
Wow, look at how fast is the Williams in this era, that even with the DRS and the toe, it's difficult for Luis to pass the Williams.
Switches out from behind the rear wing of the Williams.
Look at the speed difference, it's not too much. It's unbelievable how fast was that Williams in that era in 2016.
Hamilton is alongside and past and up into 4th place.
P4, good recovery. Let's see if he can still recover in places.
Lewis, just make sure you keep these tyres in good shape and still get you up back behind Nico with strategy.
Kimi Räikkönen into the pits.
Now Luis have only 2 Ferraris ahead of him, and then it's Nico. There is a Mercedes sandwich with both Ferraris in the middle, but the Ferraris go for two stops in this race, and the Mercedes only for 1 stop, so let's see what happens.
Ferrari 2 stopping then, because they've gone super soft so far.
Exactly.
So it looks like other cars may be going for the 2 stop. So we're going to stick with plan A.
Now probably Mercedes is thinking, if Ferrari goes for 2, let's go for 1. Probably works better for us. So now Luis is second, but it has to stop, I think.
Race leader Nico Rosberg is in a land of...
Wow. I think Rosberg has big chances to win here. except it's a safety car or something like that happens.
So,
What tyre are they on? So both Ferraris have taken super soft again, so they have to stop once more.
Okay, these two Ferraris, they have to stop once more.
2 more laps after this one, just let us know.
I can do it, just check the lap time.
I don't know what he's talking about in this point, Rosberg, with the engineer. I put this message, but to be honest, I don't know what he's talking about. So Rosberg pit, still leading, no problem. Now pits Lewis, obviously will drop to P4, but the Ferraris have to stop again. Here we go. And Lewis recovered the P2. Now the question is, can he maintain the P2 with the Ferraris on the fresh and faster tires?
Lewis behind has stabilised at 10.5 seconds after the traffic. Lewis running a couple of tenths slower than you at the moment.
But anyway, Nico have a big gap over Lewis. 10.5 seconds is a lot here. Ooh.
Careful with the lockups.
Careful, Lewis.
he comes onto the main straight to win the Italian
And Nico wins again.
time. It's Nico Rosberg who closes the gap at the championship
Wow, by only 2 points.
lead to just 2 points.
It's getting tighter.
Excellent job.
Great job.
Really good job on that first stint, Nicola.
Awesome, guys. Thank you very much. It's great to win here in Italy.
And finally, Lewis was able to finish second, so he minimized the damage, but the gap only 2 points.
Grazie mille! Troppo bello!
It's Rosberg that speaks also Italian. Rosberg speaks a lot of languages. I listen him speak in English, in French, in German, in I think even in Finnish, in Spanish a bit as well. He talks a bit of Spanish. And now he's talking about in Italian. He's saying, well, I know the Italian, but I'm Spanish, so more or less it's easy to understand. So he's saying grazie mille, that means thank you very much.
Proviamolo!
Proviamolo, I think, means let's sing in. Sadly. What an amazing podium is Monza. I would like to be there at least one time in my life, to be honest. It's one of the races I would like to go, especially because of the podium ceremony. It has to be so crazy to be there. Well, guys, another race less, 2 points difference. This fight seems promising. Next round, I think it's Singapore. And you know, if you watch previous Silver War documentaries, that it's one of the races where Mercedes suffer most in Singapore. So let's see what happened in this season.
And I'm very, very happy because in the end it was one at the start. I got a great start. I really improved on that since the summer break because I had a lot of difficulties before that. And so, yeah, really pleased about that. Awesome.
It's true, his race start was really good, but not Lewis.
What have these 2 wins done for you? You're back to within 2 points now. We've got 7 races to go.
They have given me a lot of happiness because an exciting moment. So it's been brilliant. I mean, out there, very, very special today in front of the Tifosi. They're incredible. I mean, similar to you British fans, you're also right up there amongst the best in the world. And but today was cool.
It was the 7th time this year when either of you lost the leading position starting from pole.
Very important question of this journalist. I remember I put this clip because he was talking about the stars, something I was talking before with all of you about how many times one of the Mercedes drivers lost places in the start. What is happening with the clutches of the Mercedes drivers? And this question is very interesting, not because of the responses of the drivers, because of their reactions. Look at this clip. It's very, very significant.
Just after starting from pole, usually you very quickly adapt to every technical rule change.
Look at their faces.
Changes. So can you explain us why is it so difficult to get it right with this simple clutch?
It's like anyone wants to respond that. Very, very strange, very weird.
I think you mean single clutch, yeah. Nico?
See, it's like I don't understand why I will not try to create rumors or fake theories about anything, but something happened for me. Something happened here about the clutches in Mercedes because it's like they don't want to respond too much about what is happening with their clutches.
It's the rule change just makes it more challenging because it's down to the driver now to do it. You know, it's just more difficult.
It's like they, simple question, very short answer. It's like they don't want to talk too much about it.
Any thoughts, Lewis, on this?
Don't agree that it's more down to the driver. I think the driver thing is the same as it was before. It's just
I try to say the opposite than Rosberg. Classic in these moments, in this era, between Nico and Luis.
We have a relatively inconsistent clutch, and it's hard to. I think in the past we were able to be told our clutch temperature and be easier to hit a target, as we're now. It's a lot less easy to know what your clutch is going to be delivering and what it's not.
Not sure if Luis is saying that, because I think, remember that in this season the radio communication in certain aspects are forbidden for between engineers and drivers, and maybe, I don't remember, but maybe the drivers now, the starting procedure cannot receive too much information in this season as they did in previous seasons. Maybe they have to control much more the temperature, as was Luis saying in this answer. Maybe that's why it's so difficult for the drivers to know exactly what they have to do in terms of reps. They have to put the temperature of the clutch, the brakes, to have a good start. Maybe that's the reason. But I remember, like, when I found this clip, I put it in the documentary because of the weird reaction of both drivers to this question about the clutches and race starts. Maybe it's nothing serious. Maybe it's just difficulties they have, but definitely something weird. Here we go, next race, Singapore. Probably my favorite Grand Prix. I mean, the track is nice, but I like the atmosphere in the city. It's a really challenging race, physical, demanding as well. It's probably one of my favorite Grand Prix, Singapore. Qualifying.
Their sector times to try and beat their times on the post, but there goes Ricciardo.
Second.
Great final sector from
Ricciardo, always in a street circuit, is so fast.
Ricciardo. Went purple. He's on the front row. Verstappen only fourth fastest. Ricciardo leads it for Red Bull.
Luis Rosberg
improved, but still retains that provisional pole.
Nico's on pole.
Will start third at the moment unless Kimi Räikkönen can do something about that, because he's not improved on his time either.
Luis there.
This man, Nico Rosberg.
Pole position for Nico in Singapore. That's a good one.
Consistent qualifying. The last 21 consecutive races, he's been either first or second.
Wow, what a stat from Nico. How much consistent he was in qualifying. Obviously, he had not the troubles he had Luis in qualifying in terms of engines and reliability, but that's say to you the hard job Nico had to put to beat Luis, or to try to beat Luis, to be so consistent in qualifying, always being first or second. Even in a circuit like Singapore, we saw in the previous documentary in 2015 how difficult it was for that race for Mercedes, that they were not able to win. So I think this pole position has a big merit for Nico. Let's see if he can convert the pole in win. And Luis there. So in this situation, Nico can retake the championship lead if he wins today, this race. Here we go. Copy 1, as we saw. And Luis P3. In the middle, I don't know. I think it's Ricciardo in the middle, the Red Bull.
And it's lights out and away we go.
Let's go. Good start of both Mercedes. Ooh.
He's got tagged and
wow. What a crash. Wow, look at the car.
And we got the safety car for a little bit longer.
First, Luis there. Wow, look at, I forget that. Look at the Marshall. What happened here? Well, that was crazy. That was crazy. How is it possible that happened? I don't know how it happened, man, guys. How a person was there once the safety car ends and we are racing.
And look at that, Lewis Hamilton
was close to
right on the tail of Dan.
Look at the. Let's see. I cannot. It's here. The guy. Man, just a few seconds later, and we could have a very bad thing in front of our eyes, I can still understand how this situation could happen, being honest. But anyway, let's focus on race.
Ricciardo.
Look at that. Hamilton P3 is trying to pass Daniel.
Stay my pace in the car in front.
Copy. Ricciardo doing 51.7. 51.7. Nico 51.9 last lap.
So we really need to get on top of these front brakes.
Very important to look at the brakes in this track.
We need to start coming out with some plan to stop me from losing third, because this is all the pace I've got with the brakes.
Well, looks Lewis have some kind of issue with the brakes and he's trying to defend his third place.
The other car not having the same problem.
Currently, Nico's doing a similar pace and similar level of management. He does have the issue.
So both Mercedes have brake issues.
And there's Lewis Hamilton.
Wow, what happened there?
Raikkonen down the inside on Hamilton.
Uy. Wow. Good move by Raikkonen. Now Lewis is in 4th place.
Lewis, we're going to switch to plan B. Plan B just needs to pull Raikkonen in.
They will try the undercut probably.
Hamilton has one set of super soft to be used in this.
Sadly, I think he will try the undercut. Here we go.
Has used ultra softs going on.
Now Raikkonen defending from the undercut. Ooh, it's gonna be close. Here we go. I pass. Nice.
Because as Raikkonen comes back.
Nice. Very good move by Mercedes trying the undercut. It works. So it's still recovering the P3.
This is
Okay. This is Ricciardo.
They've got nothing to lose.
Okay, Ricciardo have now a free pit stop because Lewis Hamilton is really far behind. The problem is that Ricciardo is not too far away from Rosberg. That means if Rosberg don't react to this pit stop soon, he will lose the place if he stops again.
Nothing to lose, have they?
Sadly.
So, box.
So, Nico box. Uy. Now Ricciardo is really fast in the new tires.
So staying out, Nico. Important. Staying out.
Okay, probably they saw now that they pit now. Ricciardo will complete the undercut. So probably now only Rosberg has the chances to stay out until the end of the race. Meanwhile, Ricciardo will fly. Let's see if Rosberg can maintain the lead. Oh, he's there. He's there.
Teasing us now a bit, aren't they? It's not quite.
Let's see if it's gonna be close.
The fireworks.
He did it. Not by much. Look at the difference. One more lap and it's done.
For Nico Rosberg as he wins in Singapore.
Great job.
Let's come on, guys!
Wow, what excitement, Nico there.
At last in Singapore.
Wow, finally, Nico wins in Singapore. Great victory. And Nico is the new championship leader again after that great win, remember, and it was not easy at all. We saw with that the Red Bull strategy and Ricciardo putting pressure. Ricciardo this season did phenomenal. It was in the fight with Lewis in Monaco that he lost the win because basically the team screwed up with the tire chain. You know, they made a mistake not being ready the tires. But if not, Ricciardo will be the winner in Monaco. And now one more lap and it will be past Rosberg on the new tires. So what a season from Daniel. And definitely Red Bull have a great car in this part of the season. And now Rosberg, as I said, leads the championship by 8 points with 6 races to go. I think this championship will go to the end, at least with this situation.
What's your mindset right now? I mean, if I told you that this race in the past here in Singapore has only been won by world champions, can you feel it this year? Do you feel any different to previous years in terms of your chase that title?
We'll start.
No, as I've said all along, I'm not thinking about that, and that helps me concentrate on my race weekend, and just go for the race win, and that's what I've been doing and did also this weekend. I'm just really excited about that, and just going to celebrate that now. And thanks for tuning in, everybody back in England or wherever you are. So a good weekend.
Going to celebrate hard tonight?
Well, not hard, but for sure we'll do some celebrating.
Tough to
That's a bit.
being behind in the championship again to Nico by 8 points. Do you reset and look forward to Malaysia now?
It's not as tough as you think. I don't know why, but...
Difficult weekend for Lewis here. He was not able even to be in front of Daniel. He qualified in 3rd. But at least it's P3. He did not lose too much points.
You've done it before.
He looks a bit disappointed.
Well, I haven't been exactly at this point in the season in this position before, but I've definitely been a lot worse. So.
Anything you've learned from this weekend in your approach?
Not really, no.
Champion mentality. No. Keep fighting. You can do it, Luis, as well. So move on. Next race. Oh, Malaysia. I miss so much this track, guys. I would like to see come back again to Formula 1. It's so nice track. Here we are, the man, apart from the Mercedes driver, the man of the moment, Daniel Ricciardo. What a season. Max Verstappen, the other Red Bull. Luis P1, pole position for Luis. Pole again. Nice. After what happened in Singapore, is come back to the top. And Nico starts in P2, as usual. Let's see what happened.
It's out and away we go.
Okay, good start for both. It's close, Nico. He can attack Luis.
And also Verstappen and then
very close.
Side by side, Rosberg tries to get the slipstream. It's into turn one we go.
It's really close. Oh no!
Looks like Nico Rosberg has problems as well as the back. Sebastian.
No! What a disaster for Nico, man. After was touched by, I think, Verstappen. Oh no, I think Sebastian Vettel in the Ferrari.
Keep an eye on my left front. I drove over some debris.
Okay.
So,
Wow.
Positive first. Get the
yeah. I'm getting the positive.
With Nico looks really happy. What a disaster. At least the car it's fine. But man, definitely that can change the championship now. He has to recover a lot of places. Oh, here we go. P16. James Golf. P15. Come on, Nico, you have to recover places.
Nico doing a good job.
Oh, whoa.
Points position.
What happened there?
Out of the race.
Brake failure or something like that. I think this happened because we are in safety car period now, and I think it's Alonso in front is running very slow. Nico is like saying, come on, go faster, I'm losing time here even under safety car. Wow, what a move in the pit lane. Wheel to wheel with Alonso. Because in the pit lane you can race even under safety car. Well, you can race until you cross the white line, when you have to put the limiter, the speed limiter. Very good pit stop. I think it's hard tires. It looks red, the tires, but they are hard. It's orange. In that season, I think the hard tires were marked in orange. And no sense to put soft tires here. When this track is so hot, they will be destroyed. If you use soft in 2 laps, they are done. Let's see if pass Alonso. Alonso is there at the right side? Yes, the undercut. Well, not the undercut. The move he did Nico in that moment worked. Nico still recovering places. P13 now. Passing the Sauber for P12. People is getting excited about that. Passing, I think, the other McLaren Button. And Luis is still leading.
So gap to Ricciardo 3.2.
Still good.
Copy, good information. We'll go targets +3. Target +3. Currently lap 14.
Only 14 laps, and Nico has recovered a lot of places. Let's see if he can keep fighting.
Rosberg again, this time on Carlos Sainz.
Oh, it's P6 now.
You can do it.
Luis stops. P1.
You are pushing from now. So we are on the hard tyre.
Also on hard tires. Oh, Nico looking up there with the Williams, and he passed P5.
Okay, Lewis, these are great lap times. Just keep your head down, mate. You're doing a great job.
Luis is doing a great job, yes. And Nico chasing the Ferrari for P4. Oh, with braking in the outside. Now the inside. Here we go. Whoa. Oh.
Touched Kimi Räikkönen.
Wow. Was dangerous that.
It's Lewis Hamilton. There's a fire at the back.
No.
Mercedes car, his engine has blown, and his chances of winning the Malaysia Grand Prix with it.
That's the face. That's the face of Toto Wolff there. Wow. Another engine failure. And this one has to be really painful for Lewis because of what it means at this part of the season. Wow.
Oh no!
Wow. You can listen in his words how frustrated he is now. Wow. Probably one of the most painful moments for Lewis in Formula 1 because it what means that retirement in that moment, in that period of the season, leading the race, a race that he will be win easy after what happened to Nico. Look at Toto, how he's now. Oh man, unbelievable. Again, I will say again, so unlucky Lewis this season, so unlucky. Yeah, look at his frustrations hitting the dash. Just really disappointed and frustrated. Can't believe it. Another engine, guys. Probably thinking now, another engine failure this season. What is happening with me and my cars and my engines? Disaster. But the race continues. Yeah, tough luck for Lewis, but now Nico has an incredible chance to increase the gap with Lewis as long as he can recover as many places as possible and to finish as high as possible in this race. He has to take advantage of that.
Okay, Nico, we have a...
Wow, 10-second penalty.
And currently Raikkonen 6.5 seconds.
Because of the touch with Raikkonen, 10 seconds penalty for that? Too much in my opinion.
Behind on the soft tyre.
T3.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
That's what we need.
Has to flat out.
Ricciardo wins the Malaysia Grand Prix.
Ricciardo wins. Ricciardo wins finally. After he was chasing that victory finally here. Obviously helped that the Lewis Hamilton retirement, but he deserved it, man. We saw this season. He deserves to win.
Max Verstappen comes.
Wow, 1 and 2 of Red Bull Racing. As I said, Red Bull Racing is really strong at this point of the season.
Second, and the championship battle for Nico Rosberg looks ever better and ever.
It's now, let me check it.
Championship battle for Nico.
Now he finished third. Finally was able to pull that 10 seconds gap with Raikkonen. Finished P3. And now the gap is 23 points. 23 points. Hello from Brazil, great work you do. I've been following you for years. Really? Oh, thank you, Rodrigo. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your words. It's really nice to know. It's really nice to know. What some people tell me that, I'm really happy. So thank you, man. Thank you so much. Happy to see my videos helps to people to enjoy. So 23 points gap. This is a serious disadvantage now. Obviously, still 5 races to go. It's not, let's say, impossible, obviously. But seeing the situation was Lewis before the engine failure is really painful. Really painful.
Rosberg looks ever better and ever brighter.
Lewis, I think everybody wants to give you a collective hug right now after that today. How are you doing?
Let's see what he can say.
Yeah, I've had better days.
Well, normally when Lewis, we listen in previous interviews, when Lewis is not really talkative and he responds in short answers, that means he's not happy. Not happy. He's not happy at all.
How do you get over that? I mean, you've just got out of the car right now, so it's a really difficult moment. What will you do? What will you do to pick yourself up?
There's not really much to do. I mean, I just got to move on. The guys did a fantastic job this weekend, and we did everything we could. I did everything I could, and I just can't believe that there's 8 Mercedes cars and only my engines are the ones that have been going this year.
Wow. Tough words by Lewis. He's saying basically that there are 4 teams using Mercedes engines, obviously Mercedes, and 3 more teams using Mercedes engines. And only his engines have this kind of troubles, and it's not false. I mean, I remember a gearbox issue of Nico in Silverstone, and obviously I don't remember what happened with the rest of the cars powered by Mercedes, but it's true that we have to be honest and to say that Lewis Hamilton had much more problems in his car this season than Nico. That's true, and he's not saying any lie, you know.
Just something just doesn't feel right, but there's nothing I can do about it.
Doesn't feel right in terms of luck, or
Just something just doesn't feel right.
Yeah, I don't know what he's trying to say exactly, but yeah, it's if you think about it, you should to be really frustrated, you know, knowing that only your engines are failing, you know. Maybe you start to asking why, obviously, but it has to be tough.
do you think, were you turning the engine up at all to get that gap for an extra pit stop or anything? No?
No, it's a brand new engine. Done one race with it.
It was a brand new engine. It failed, blow up. It's true that in Malaysia it's really hot and, you know, whatever, but it happened to him again.
When he did, I think, P3 with it in qualifying, and there's a brand new engine out of that new 3 that I had, and anyways, it is what it is. We'll just move forwards and try to continue to drive as we have this weekend. But yeah, it's just odd. There's been like 43 engines from Mercedes, and only mine have gone.
Same, he's repeating the same. 43 engines, only his engine is failing. Who knows? Obviously, there is people here with the theories, rumors about sabotaging or I don't know how the word says, but we don't know the story behind. We are not there, so let's think that it was just unlucky.
You said to me on Wednesday you've had bigger gaps in the championship and you've come back. You've got a draw on that right now, haven't you?
Right now, I don't even know if my car's going to make it. You know, these next 5 races, I know that we've got it in us. You know, me and my engineers, my mechanics, I know we've got it in us, but you know, who knows what those next engines that I have are going to do. So.
No, it has not the trust now in all the engines left, and I will be in the same position, seeing all the troubles, difficulties he had with the previous engines. Probably thinking, when is the next failure for me, you know?
So we're just going to keep our head down and hope for the best, but obviously today was really not a good day.
Anyway, Lewis always never give up, so I'm sure he will fight until the end. Move on to the next Grand Prix, Japanese Grand Prix Suzuka. What a great track as well, one of my favorites. Let's see. Oh, look at this! I love this clip. This is one of my favorite clips. Lewis turning in the face and looking up to Nico with the helmet on. They both focus, and Lewis focusing his main rival, that is his teammate Nico. That is starting on. Hamilton P2, so I assume that Nico is on pole position. Again, yeah. Nico always in Japan. I remember in 2015 was also in pole position. In 2014 also was in pole position. Nico Rosberg in Japan is so fast, always was ahead of Lewis Hamilton. I'm not sure in 2013. I don't remember who was if Nico beat Lewis also in 2013, but in Japan, always Nico is on pole or ahead of Lewis Hamilton. Let's see if this time can maintain the lead, because he couldn't in 2015 and in 2014. In both occasions, Lewis passed him. So let's see what happened this season.
Set here and ready for the Japanese Grand Prix in 2016.
Here we go. Look at the position of Lewis. It's like a bit turn to the right, maybe to try to gain more traction and to pass Nico in the start. Let's see.
Lights out and away we go.
Oh, what a start! Again.
Leads Verstappen, then leads Sergio
How many places are lost again? Lewis in the start.
Perez, then Ricciardo.
P8. Again, a bad start for Lewis, like the same that happened in Italy. Also, race start issues combined with these engine failures is cost him to Lewis a lot of places and probably points. Great start by Nico this time as well. Man, and in Suzuka is not so easy to pass, so let's see if Lewis can recover places from here.
Rosberg heads into the S's and away into the lead.
Sorry, guys. No stress, Lewis.
Well, it's honest. Sorry, guys, he's saying to the team. I like always this honesty or, you know, words from Lewis when he recognizes that it's his mistake. So I really like that a champion like him is able to recognize that and to be humble. Here we go.
So DRS is now enabled. Raikkonen 0.7 ahead. Vettel made it past Perez with ease, so maybe Raikkonen will do the same with Hulkenberg.
Let's see. Here we go. Lewis passing Nico. Hulkenberg P7.
Looking up. So other cars are struggling now on their tyres. You just seen Raikkonen. Gap's now at 1.2. Just remember, you need to keep these tyres alive as long as possible.
Okay. Nico still in P1. No problems. And Lewis chasing the Red Bull. Passing him for P6. Wow, Lewis is recovering places really fast. P5 now. Wow. Wow, great job by Lewis. P4.
Race leader Nico Rosberg comes in to pit. He switches to another set of hard compound tyres, and that
will stop.
Last time we see him in the pit. Have Mercedes managed to pull off a strategy masterstroke? Soft compound tyres going on for Sebastian Vettel.
Oh, Vettel go for it. Oh, Hamilton in front. Yes. Nice in podium places. Great recovery from Lewis, considering that it's Suzuka.
Past Sebastian Vettel.
But now Vettel will be very fast on these compounds. Fresh soft tire. That's here. Remember, the soft tire here is the yellow tire, not the red that is now actually.
But Vettel is going to be on the faster soft compound tyre.
Oh, it's very close.
Pulling away. He's pulling away in the straight.
It's pulling away on the straights. Yeah, Mercedes engine were really fast in this period.
So gap to Verstappen, still at 5 seconds. He's pushing quite hard because he's got Lewis close behind him. Just be aware.
Okay, now it's Lewis chasing Verstappen for P2. Here we go. We all know how difficult it is to pass Verstappen. And this is what a beautiful shot. One of the best sections in the war. Suzuka. Left, right, left, right. Here we go. It's the moment.
You reckon he's going
to the inside? Ooh, he moved under braking there.
Verstappen moves late.
Wow.
Goes around the outside, has to go straight on.
Well, I have to say that I think Verstappen move under braking. Good defense, but a bit on the limit.
And it's been another perfect Sunday afternoon.
Nico wins again.
Nico Rosberg. Rosberg comes home to win the Japanese Grand Prix.
And now the gap is 33 points. At least we have to say that after the really bad start of Lewis, he was able again to recover places until the podium, until P3, but still losing points, and now it's more than one race difference. So Lewis starts to don't have margin for error from now.
Once again, extend his championship lead.
Really good job, Nico. Really good job.
Thanks a lot, guys. Amazing weekend, and congrats to the win on the constructors.
Ah, it's true. In this race, Mercedes was constructor champion. Well done, Nico. Well done, Mercedes.
But with the gap now being 33, Nico, I mean, there's going to be a lot written, I think, and said. I mean, it's almost touching distance, but you know that you can now finish second in the last 4 races if Lewis is to win them all, and he can still win the championship.
That's super important what the journalist said. Now, 4 races to go with the gap he had on points on Lewis. He don't need to win anymore. Finishing second all races, he will be champion, Nico. That changed everything for Nico mindset, because now it's up to him. He can be beaten every single weekend by Lewis as long as he finishes second. That's it. He will be champion anyway. And I think that changed everything in this championship fight. Because it's up to him, absolutely up to him.
Does that enter your mindset, or is you saying you just keep on focusing on one race at a time?
Well, it just did, but I'm pushing it right back out. There's no point to get into any of that stuff. I mean, there's still a long way to go. And for me, I just want to keep on trying to win the races.
Well, that's a champion mentality, but let's see what happens.
That's it. I don't want to start calculating or anything as such.
I never believe to drivers when they say that they were not calculating. I think they were, or they are in these situations. They know exactly what they need. They know the risks they have to take in, seeing the situation they are in the championship. I don't believe too much drivers when they say that they are not calculating points they need or whatever, But anyway, it's what he's saying, Nico.
Or bringing home a second place or whatever. No, that's not going to work.
Okay, well, let's flip the mindset then, because you did win in Mexico, Abu Dhabi and Brazil. We know the end of the season you had, so...
True, remember in 2015, once he lost the championship, it's true that his mind, he did some kind of click and boom, he won the final 3 races. But not sure if he will be able to do the same this year.
You must be taking some really positive thoughts into those ones.
For sure, yeah. No, the next upcoming races really suit me, actually. Yeah, I've always felt comfortable on those tracks. So yeah, looking forward to the battle, and it will be an exciting end to the season.
What about, there's a battle coming on from behind, a little bit of strength coming from Red Bull and Ferrari. I suppose that's something that might help you in many respects, because it starts sort of getting in the mix with you guys, then those points are actually going to be restricted for you, but more importantly for Lewis.
Yes.
Or not, in the other hand, if the Red Bull drivers, starts to put in the middle in the fight, if Lewis wins, and is Lewis able to put a car that is not him in front of Nico, that gives chances to Lewis to depend on himself to win the championship. So the Red Bulls and the Ferraris can play in favor of Lewis or Rosberg. Depends. It's dangerous.
So, well, what does it help me? I don't know. I mean, Red Bull has been pretty close, yeah. So it's been, but we're still the quickest car, and so. We're able to dominate the weekends, which is great to see.
Just finally, Nico, I mean, there's been a lot of talk in the British press, perhaps about after the poor luck for Lewis Hamilton, that he might have been distracted this week. Did you sense that at all? Do you ever sense that with Lewis?
Who said that? I was distracted.
Perhaps there's a chink
I'm
in the
the
armor
guy who
that
knows, because I see backstage, and Lewis was as focused as ever this weekend. Putting in those long hours of working, getting the car perfect and everything.
I trust Nico saying that. I trust. He knows Lewis more than anyone there. In the backstage as well, in the meetings. Probably he's one of the drivers or persons that knows more Lewis in the backstage and behind the scenes.
I think so. For sure, you don't need to expect him to back off in any way. On the contrary, he's going to give it everything as he always does. So it's going to be, it's always difficult against him. And it will continue to be.
He knows, he never give up, and he will never give up. So I'm sure Lewis will fight until the very end, this championship. And he knows, and Rosberg knows, of course.
Thanks for your time, Nico.
Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.
Okay, move on. Next round.
Day job. 100 points available in the remaining races. You trail by 33.
I don't remember Lewis wearing glasses. Why did he wear these glasses? I didn't see anymore with this kind of...
Clearly you need some wins to get back into it, but... Is Austin then the ideal place to race next, given your history here? I mean, you've won 3 out of the 4 races that have been held on this racetrack.
Well, and remember, for Lewis it's easy. Now, 4 races to go. Basically, he has to win every single race and wait and see if Nico in one of these races is not able to finish second. That's the maths. But it's just Lewis. The only thing he has to focus now is to win the rest of the 4 races.
Yeah, I mean, Austin's always been, America's always been good hunting ground for me. So I've been out here for, a week already. So I'm looking forward to fighting again. This is a fantastic track. They've done they did a very good job with the design, and it's one of the few of the newer circuits that really allows good overtaking and following of cars, which is always difficult in Formula 1. So I'm here. I know the weather's gonna be better this weekend. So particularly for the fans, that'd be great. And
probably weather will be great. Not like it was in 2015, that terrible weekend, raining all time. We saw in the documentary the final battle there between Nico and Lewis in the United States Grand Prix, raining every time. So looks this weekend will be completely dry. So let's see what happens.
Yeah, excited.
You've had some great races and pole laps this year, but also a couple of more shaky weekends. How will you look back, or how do you look back on this season as a competitor for you, leaving aside the reliability issues?
Honestly, I don't look back. There's very little point to look back. It's only looking forward. As I said, there's obviously the 4 races, but still got hopefully some time here in my career for better days. I'm obviously aware that you can't always have great races, and it's a long season, so no one's perfect. But bless you.
Bless you.
Yeah, all I can do is work hard as I can with the team. We've got a great car, a great team. There's no reason why we can't have more positive weekends moving forwards.
Okay, good answers. Now here we go. Let's see if Lewis can turn around the situation. First stop qualifying session.
Now this is the part of the track where Rosberg absolutely nailed it on their first run in Q3.
What a great track is this one as well. It's probably of the modern tracks, is the best one, definitely.
Saved his tyres, had that little bit of extra grip, could push it harder through the final couple of corners. What's Rosberg's time? Is it good enough for provisional pole? It is, but only
pole for Rosberg.
Hamilton still has the chance to take pole position for the first time here at the Circuit of the Americas. He was on pole in Indy.
Here we go.
He's on pole.
Oh, again.
And he breaks the 1:35 barrier. Lewis Hamilton takes his 9th pole position of the season.
That was a great one. Always Lewis is so strong here. Let's go. It's the moment. Lewis has to do something, has to win. And Rosberg, at the opposite, if he is able to increase the gap more, he can be champion really soon. Rosberg P2. Normally, the driver that is starting second have big chances to pass the poleman, so the pole sitter. So let's see.
And it's lights out, and away we go.
Oh, both with a star. Nico tried the outside.
Gets away well. Rosberg gets away well. Does Ricciardo as well? Daniel Ricciardo and Nico Rosberg.
Ooh, which out with the Red Bull.
Ricciardo has just got ahead there.
It will lose the place. Now Ricciardo ahead. That's the situation we were talking about. If some cars can be in front of the championship contenders, they can so they can be part of the championship resolution.
It's Lewis Hamilton, and he's in the lead.
Nico has to pass Daniel.
Okay, so we're going for the long game, Nico. So push hard now.
Pushing hard is not the long game.
Hamilton at 80 kilometers an hour.
Lewis pits.
Way out of the pit lane up the hill. You can just see Daniel Ricciardo.
No problem.
On the main straight, going past the finish line now. The gap was actually quite comfortable.
But still Daniel ahead of Rosberg.
Now we've got a virtual safety car. And Mercedes are going to...
Oop, what happened with the video? Oops. Have some streaming issues here. Ooh, stops. What happened here? Maybe I had to refresh the... Oops, sorry guys. I was not expecting that. Okay, no worry. Let's...
Past the finish line now. The gap was actually quite comfortable. Now we've got a virtual safety car. And Mercedes are going to take the chance.
Okay, it was Verstappen. I think it's not Daniel, the driver that stopped. So
Hamilton and Rosberg both pitting. It's
Verstappen. So Rosberg take the occasion to pit. And now it's ahead of Daniel.
You can see Rosberg ahead. Let's get after him.
Wow, that's very important for Nico to be ahead of Daniel Ricciardo. Rosberg P2, that is what he needs. Lewis P1.
Lewis Hamilton will rather like this as well. It is going to be a 4th win in Texas.
Nice job. Oh, again, what is happening with the... Oh, thank you. You like it. Thank you so much, man. I don't know what is happening, to be honest, today with the video. Yeah, I worked really hard on the web. To make something interesting, you know. But I don't know what is happening today now with the video. I don't know why it's happening that. I'm glad to see that you enjoy it, guys. So, Lewis P1.
Lewis Hamilton will rather like this as well. It is going to be a 4th win in Texas, a 5th win in the United States.
Oh, again, why stop? Why is he stopping the webs?
Get in there, mate. Awesome result, Lewis. Awesome result. Good job, boy.
Wow, good job. And, oops. So the gap now. Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably it's maybe it's the service of the video player. I don't know, but it's the first time that happened. Let's see if we can finish the documentary. So the gap, guys, between Lewis and Nico now, obviously 7 points less. Still big. 3 races to go. It's now 26 points. 26 points. But Luis did what I have to do, that is win. Mexico, next round. Let's see. Okay, Luis in P1. Rosberg in P2, so for the moment it's what Nico needs to be finished P2. Here we go, the starts. Good start. Ooh, Nico is losing a place.
From Rosberg, and then comes Verstappen. Another great start for Fernando Alonso. And down towards the first corner we come. Rosberg slips in beside Hamilton.
Ooh, Hamilton locks up.
Still makes the corner. No, he doesn't.
And he going to the grass. Oh, wow. Both Mercedes into the grass. What is happening here?
Wide as well, but they get through it.
And Nico, look at that. Lewis gained advantage doing that. If he do not reduce the speed, can he receive a penalty for that?
It's definitely going to be hard. 100-degree difference between the 2 front brakes.
Probably he's trying to justify why he went wide.
And that's why we have the virtual safety car. Pascal Wehrlein in the manner.
Okay. Safety car. No penalty for Lewis, so Nico in P2, Lewis P1. The same as it was in the start.
Track is now clear. Safety car has gone. We're back racing once again.
Lewis pits. No problem. Still in P1.
The gap between Rosberg and Ricciardo is now 23.5 seconds, and it could...
Nico is second.
Ricciardo being held up by Perez has saved Nico Rosberg from being overtaken by one or both of the Red Bulls.
Sadly, here we go. Nico is safe to be passed by the Red Bull for what David Croft saved in that comment. They were being held up by the Force India, and basically that helped to Nico to pit and don't lose the place with both Red Bulls. As you can see, they are there in the background.
Looking way back, Rosberg comes out and he's ahead of both Red Bulls.
Oh, it's close. It's Verstappen close.
The new fastest lap, 1:32.7. Now just 3.8 seconds behind.
Remember that Verstappen always was really fast on this track in Mexico. He won a lot of times in the future, and he's super strong here. Can he represent a problem for Nico? It's really close. Look at that.
So just be aware Verstappen is pushing hard now.
Sadly.
He's going to do another stop, or why is he doing that?
He's just trying to put you under pressure.
Be careful, Nico. Here we go. Whoa. He whoa. Oh, wow. He almost done, but I think he's safe, Nico. Wow, that was close. A classic Verstappen, going for it.
Lewis, we're coming up on a lot of...
Fortunately, Nico saw that, because imagine he didn't saw Verstappen dive on in that corner, and it turns in like if he will not be there, and Verstappen could crash straight on to the Nico Rosberg car, and could happen the DNF of Nico. That would be a disaster for him in the championship.
Got Kvyat 4 seconds ahead. He's in the group of 8 cars. 8.
Okay, now is Lewis trying to clear off the traffic, but still in a very good position to win. And he does.
Mexico City, and he...
Nice. Now the difference 19 points. 3 races to go.
Mexico Grand Prix. The championship challenge is still on.
Get in there, Lewis.
Definitely.
Great result, mate. Really solid weekend.
Nico Rosberg will come home to make it a Mercedes 1-2, and the man in the lead in the championship still hanging on.
Perfect. Great job, Lewis. He did what he had to do. Nice. And Nico finished P2, so at the end is what he needs as well. So for the moment, everything is still under control. Sorry, I said 3 races to go. No, only 2 races to go. This one and Abu Dhabi. Brazilian Grand Prix. Ooh, here. Let's see what happened here.
Now we see Hamilton as it was, Martin, in the first of the flying laps in Q3. Hamilton then puts in a really good middle sector with his teammate up through the first sector. Hamilton crosses the line and improves on his time. It's a 1:10.7.
Nice. A beautiful helmet he's wearing here, Luis.
Third pole in 3 years. And
see Nico.
No, it's not.
No, we missed it.
Tenth of a second.
Oh.
Under the Ayrton Senna crash helmet of Lewis Hamilton.
Beautiful helmet.
On pole for the Brazilian Grand Prix in 2016.
Wow. So Lewis on pole, still on pole. I have to say, one of the things I love most in this documentary is in this moment where Lewis is in a very difficult situation since Japan with such a big points lost. He's able to, from that moment, winning and to be on pole every time, and try to put maximum pressure to Nico, and he's doing it. Now let's see if he's able to win today in this race. And looks really dark, and it's raining. That can change everything, guys. This is gonna be terrible and nice to see for the championship battle. Start delayed 10 minutes because of the weather conditions. Nico P2. Wow, Nico, I can imagine now the tension in this moment. 2 races to go, both fighting for the championship. Nico is there he just has to finish second, but he knows that in this situation with rain, people that is behind can be faster. In wet conditions, maybe differences between Mercedes cars and Red Bull, for example, can get closer, so I can imagine the pressure, the tension is feeling right now, Nico here. Safety car camera, so probably they will start on the safety car. It's gonna be a rolling start.
Much behind the safety car. Okay, you ask Charlie if we can hold a bit further back. I can barely see the lights.
The visibility is really bad.
Later, if there's any way you can block the top of my visor. It's so much water coming in, big chunks, and just landed in my eyes.
Wow, it's Lewis in difficult situation with the spray.
After 6 laps behind the safety car, we are now
Let's go
at the Brazilian Grand Prix.
Here we go. Wow, look at the visibility. It's not so good, and Lewis had no cars in front.
Hamilton and the spray that's been kicked up behind him down the back straight. Goes Nico Rosberg.
So cars stopping for into tyres.
No way, too early.
Oh! Wow.
Is Marcus Ericsson.
Sadly, as Nico said, it's too early for Inter tires, and he's trying that Sauber.
And he's out of this race as well. Ericsson looks like he's hit the wall as well. The safety car has been deployed.
Was that someone on Inter's?
That was Ericsson.
Sadly.
Ericsson on Inter.
There's still way too much standing water.
It's too much standing water, yeah. Safety car again, what a crazy race, but this is Brazil in wet conditions,
Well, Hamilton's got a good start again, as for the second time in this race.
Second restart.
Field away as the safety car peels in.
Nico is second.
From Rosberg, accelerating up towards the main straight they go.
Wow.
Into the wall, and he
wow.
The Red Bull who does it.
Oof, wow, look at that. How close the cars were there. They were not seen with the spray to the Ferrari. Man, Raikkonen was so lucky here. We could have a massive accident, terrible, a nasty accident. Man.
Front wing, that is a major incident
wow.
for Kimi Raikkonen. And that is...
Obviously, in these conditions, you have to stop.
It's a red flag.
So, red flag now. What a crazy race, guys. Safety cars, red flags. But for the championship contenders, they are where they have to be. Lewis trying to win and Nico being second just to maintain his championship position defending. Covering the car of Raikkonen. Probably now Nico, probably they were seeing the weather forecast, seeing if the rain will increase or not. And we are ready again to start. What a crazy race.
An increase in rain intensity. So a red flag.
A red flag again, second red flag. This is crazy.
I don't know why we're stopping. This is normal.
Lewis Hamilton like saying, come on guys, I need to finish the race. I need to score the 25 points because I'm fighting for the championship. And look at the people, it's like saying, who is booing? Like, we want to see racing, please. I understand. FIA now. How are you, man? Oh, I remember you. I can't believe it. You are here in my stream. Hello, Matheus. Man, what a great to see you, man. I think you were one of the guys who was making videos a long time ago, if I'm not wrong. Wow, nice to see you, man. I hope you enjoy the stream. I have to say something about the red flag. I understand FIA seeing the nasty crash we saw of Raikkonen here and in a straight line. In these conditions, I understand they put the red flag here. Guys.
Hamilton towards the center S as he goes. Under braking, Verstappen is late.
Oh, here we go.
Can't quite close up. Rosberg keeps that second place.
Oh, look at Verstappen by the outside. Crazy.
Now see Max Verstappen.
Crazy, and he passed Nico Rosberg.
Overtake.
What a move! Wow, I remember that move. That's why I also a big fan of Verstappen. But what he did there, it's crazy. So yeah. Anyway, it's crazy what he did here, the overtake he did in rain conditions, trying the outside, knowing that probably he had more grip there. And now Rosberg has lost one place. That means for Abu Dhabi, I'm not sure. I'm not really. I have no idea about the calculations, but maybe it's not enough for Rosberg if finishing second now in Abu Dhabi is finishing now third. So maybe Rosberg needs to recover that second place.
Nico Rosberg.
And also let's see if Verstappen can go for Lewis. Verstappen was always super fast also in wet conditions here.
No, Max Verstappen.
Ooh, Max almost crashing there.
Just how has
Wow, that was really close.
To keep that away from the Armco. It might still be a very costly move for him because
oh, Nico can recover the place here.
Verstappen defending.
What a save from Max, I have to say. What a save. Yeah, that's me still making movies, just not for YouTube. Oh, really? Yeah. I don't watch nothing about you. Long time ago. So just let me know where you are making the videos, because I remember some of your videos and wow, they were really good to see or to watch. I think you were. Yeah, I tried. Yeah, we are watching all together. But I remember your videos, and I remember one of the reasons because I started making videos is because of you as well. I remember I was a big fan of you and some of their content creators long time ago, and you were in kind of my inspiration as well to start. So thank you, man, for stay here. It's really nice to see you here. Really nice. So as I said, Rosberg fighting with and almost losing there.
Championship flashing in front.
Wow, sadly that's the phrase. Championship flashing in front of his eyes. Probably Nico will be able to lose the championship there in that span, but fortunately control the car. Still in third anyway.
So Nico had a half spin exit of 12 through 13. The rear spun up, so just exercise caution.
Wow, what a terrible moment there for Massa.
The safety car is out.
How many safety cars we had in this race was crazy.
Why the safety car's going very slow. Can't keep temps up, it's going too slow.
Yeah. Max speeding. That means I don't understand that. Max is in second now and he's pits for another set of wet tires, new wet tires. But it's giving the position to Nico now, doing that. Probably they thought that on the new tires, with the pace he showed, maybe they were trying to go for the win. I think in this race. P2 obviously now Nico's second.
It's the man with the Senna tribute helmet for this week.
And Lewis wins.
And wins the Brazilian Grand.
What a difficult race. Hats off for Lewis here. Difficult. We saw how many drivers spun or crash, and he did perfectly. No mistakes. What a great win. Very happy. I think it's really happy because I think it's the first time Lewis was able to win here in Brazil, because it was a race that was not the best for him since he started in Formula 1. I think in 2016 was the first time he was able to win here. So I think it's one of the reasons why he's so happy.
It's his teammate Nico Rosberg who continues.
And Nico still in P2. So this is the situation, guys. One race to go. And Nico was able to be ahead of Lewis 12 points in the final race.
He used to lead in the championship.
Game on. So here we go. It's the moment, guys. The final race of the Silver War era, the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. 12 points. Nico is in front of Hamilton. Definitely now is in a very good situation. Basically, if Lewis wants to win the championship, has to win in Abu Dhabi, and Nico has to be at least 4th. Anything can happen, obviously. This is Formula 1, but definitely Nico is in a very good position to be champion. Can he achieve it finally? Let's see. Abu Dhabi, guys. This is the end. This is the end of the Silver War.
This is the third time that we're fighting for the championship, and second time that has gone to the wire. So for sure that helps to feel more relaxed.
If the championship doesn't go the way I'd hoped, well, I mean, the championship generally hasn't gone the way I'd hoped up until now. So 2016 has generally been not been a spectacular year.
Definitely a lot of issues, but it's there. 12 points behind after all difficulties we saw Lewis suffer in this season. It's unbelievable that he's only 12 points behind Nico. And by the other hand, Nico did a great season, really constant, regular, consistent, and he deserves to be where he is also. So great.
But there's been lots of positives to take out from it, and either way I will take all the positives into next season.
I'm excited to go into the last race, fighting for the championship again with Lewis, you know. And yeah, so I'm just really focused on trying to get the job done, and I really would like to win this race, you know, and finish the season with a win.
Well, I'm sure he wants to win, but I'm sure he just is thinking about finish second or third. That is what he needs. I see. Well, let's talk about this in the future, but basically, it's. I think for Nico, you can feel the tension in his. He looks relaxed, but I'm sure he's so nervous here, thinking, man, I can finally win this weekend.
Awesome.
This has generally been a relatively strong circuit for me, but I have not delivered in the last 2 years. So my sole goal is to do so, make sure that I am at my best this weekend as I have been the last couple of races. And in terms of tactics in the race, again, that has to come on Sunday. I have to really think about that, but that's not really ever been my thought process. So I've always really just tried to, if I'm out ahead, I want to be generally as far ahead as possible. Generally, when you have a 18, 30-second lead, that's as painful a blow as you can give to the guy that you're fighting. So, I mean, look at the last race. If we didn't have red flags, I would have been 30 seconds ahead. And those scenarios for me are more. It's a more valuable, more of an achievement than backing up your teammate.
We'll see what happens, but listen these words from Lewis.
The thing is that we still have, of course, from back in those days is the base respect, and that will never go. And that's definitely helped us through these years. And for sure, I have a lot of respect for Lewis, and outside of the car and also inside of the car. And of course, yeah, it's been some difficult moments, but some good moments as well in the past years. And this year in general, I think we made progress. And so yeah, it's generally neutral. But of course, it is a difficult environment.
Yeah, I mean, we saw these 3 years fighting for the championship, how stressful has to be fighting with your teammate 3 consecutive seasons in a row. I think this is something I don't remember the full Formula 1 history, but I think it's the only time that we saw 2 teammates fighting 3 consecutive years for the championship between each other, I think. And these guys were really good friends, remember, since really young age. So, and they were pushing each other like crazy these 3 seasons, every single race, in every single qualifying session, in every single press conference. The amount of pressure and tension they had to live in every single weekend during 3 years in a row has to be immense, you know. And it's probably they changed their lives, you know, these 3 years, I'm sure. And that's why we all love so much Silver War, you know. That's because we know the background behind these 2, the friendship they had, the relationship they had, the things that happened between them on track these 3 years that turned this relationship to something more professional and more less friendship, or to say in some way, or more dark or more serious. You know, it's like these 2 drivers have lived a war, a Silver War. You know, to say in some way during these 3 years, and I can see in their eyes right now after 3 years that they are tired, but they still having the desire to win. And for Nico, it will be the first time. Lewis, after the amazing comeback, he wants to finish the season in a high after all difficulties he had, and winning finally in 2016 will be probably one of the most incredible seasons from Lewis, seeing the amount of difficulties he had, and even with that winning again. So both drivers have an amazing chance to win this season, and for both of him will be something absolutely remarkable that they will never forget. So yeah, I mean, that's why this Silver War 2016 documentary, I think it's so great and people love so much, because all the background behind all the moments both drivers live to come to this point, to this final race in 2016, the moment when the Silver War era finally finished and is resolved.
Yeah, it's been an interesting one. Well, I mean, we obviously had a very good relationship generally when we started out when we were kids. Back then, obviously.
Here I put in the ultimate edition of the documentary, there is this one. I put some photos of Nico and Lewis they were in karting. As you can see, they were really young, and you can see that they were friends actually. So that gives you the real impact or the real background of this story, you know. A real friendship that was breaking up little by little because of this war in Formula 1.
It was a race weekend was generally for kids karting. You're out having fun. You go out and drive, and you come in and you fool around. You give a bit of information to your mechanic, and then you go and play PlayStation, or you go unicycling, or we had a lot in common. We both loved pizza. We loved eating boxes of Kellogg's Frosties and doing all crazy things. And
Nico smiling like, yeah, man, I remember that. These all good days.
We used to go on big motorbike tours. We did all those things. I still do every one of those. But Nico has shifted in the sense, he's obviously very, very solely focused in terms of looking after himself. So
different characters right now.
And obviously
or way to see life or to live life.
Parted ways when we were younger too. He went BMW, I went Renault, and but then we got to Formula 1, and this was something that we had spoken about as kids. And yeah, we moved on.
And in this moment, you can see this photo. I'm sure if you can come back to this moment, to these 2, and to say them, you will be fighting 3 consecutive years in the same team for the Formula 1 World Championship. Both of them, they will never believe you, guys. And that's the beauty of this story, guys. How 2 friends that had the same dream were fighting for that at the same time as rivals. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy, but it's an absolute it's absolute cinema, as we used to say. And that's why Silver War is so cool a story, man. So cool. I would like someday someone try to make a film or something similar to Rush, something like that, about this rivalry. It will be really nice. It will be really nice. I would like to see that. Obviously, I will go to the theater to watch that. Yeah.
So he had ups and downs, but ultimately, I think we've managed to, particularly in the last year, being of the age we are, which is pretty old, considering when we first met. I think we've been able to manage it pretty well, and really happy for him and his family, and proud of stepping away from being our competitive selves. Proud of him, of how he's driven, particularly this year, obviously. And it's been a pleasure to have him as a teammate. So yeah, I'm sure that will continue.
Wow, interesting to see how Luis is saying that they like fix their relationship, to say in some way, and it's good to know. That was basically, that press conference was very important, because it was probably one of the last time, well, the penultimate time they will be together in a press conference as a drivers, together as a teammates. But now is the moment, guys. It's the moment when everything has to be resolved. Move on, qualifying session. Let's see if Luis can be on pole. It's what they have to do, and what can Nico do before the last race.
Hamilton then, round we go, the final corner, he's on provisional pole, can he extend his advantage? It's a 1:37 for Lewis Hamilton. Now we turn to Nico Rosberg. Can Hamilton get a 61st pole, or will Nico Rosberg get pole here in Abu Dhabi this evening? He crosses the line, he's missed out by 0.3 of a second. Lewis Hamilton,
nice
pole for the 4th race in a row.
Nice, exactly what he has to do. Exactly what he has to do. Pole position for Lewis Hamilton, and Nico is second. Remember, Nico has to finish 4th and Lewis win to be champion. So for the moment, it's looking good for Lewis. It's on pole, what he has to do, and it's looking even better for Nico, that is P2. So
Lewis did a great job, and it was just a couple of tenths too fast in the, I think, second sector mainly is where I lost it. So yeah, I accept that, and then tomorrow, anyways, from second place, I've won several races this year, so there's still a chance, and I'm gonna, for sure, I'll go for it.
In terms of pressure,
look at his face, Nico. Look at his face. He's swollen now. He's really nervous, and you can feel it. You can feel the tension that, man, I have it. I just has to finish behind Lewis, and that's it. But it's not calm at all. His face cannot lie. He's really nervous.
How much of that are you feeling, if at all?
Now I'm okay. In qualifying, the adrenaline was there, of course, but it always is. Qualifying is always full-on excitement, and sleeping should be fine tonight. I usually don't struggle with that, and then tomorrow, yeah, it's going to be very exciting. I look forward to the battle, trying to put everything together, and fighting Lewis and trying to get the race win.
Are you feeling pressure? You stand here all cool, relaxed, smiling, but is there pressure there?
Nothing to lose for Lewis, so I don't think so. I mean, nothing to do, no. I mean, it's nothing to lose. I mean, that's what I want to say.
For me, honestly, I've got everything to gain, so...
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not in the lead of the championship. I'm super easy and likely for him to finish second or third tomorrow, and he's champion. So, I mean, I think slightly different mindset for me. I'm fighting for it, I'm chasing for it, and it's much nicer position to be in some respects, and in others it's less off. But as long as I do, as long as I feel that I've fulfilled every ounce of what my heart's capacity, then I can leave here proud of myself. And so far today, I've done that. So.
Exactly. We know that Lewis never give up. He will put everything together, everything he has to try to win. Now we can talk about tactics. What Lewis can do. Try to slow down Nico, as he did in some races, previous races in 2015 China, for example. It's another tactic he can play with, but it's risky. Anyway, whatever happens, guys, this is very important, because this is the final or the resolution of the Silver War era, guys. This race is the climax. It's not just a season finale or championship resolution. It's the end of 3 consecutive years of these two fighting every single weekend for the win. And in the editing, this race was really special. In the music I used to edit, in the montage I used, I really wanted in this documentary to make something epic, something that anyone could remember forever. Editing this moment like 10 years ago. It's crazy to think that I made this 10 years ago. And this is the result. Let's watch all together the resolution, the final battle. Let's see if wins Nico, if it's champion Luis. Abu Dhabi Grand Prix 2016. The Silver War era. It's the last dance. The final battle. Here we go. Luis on pole and Nico second. Remember, Luis needs to win and Nico has to be at least fourth if Luis wants to win the championship. And for Nico to finish second, third or first is enough to be champion.
It's lights out and away we go.
Let's go.
Rosberg and
Good start for both.
As does Kimi Raikkonen as well, and Raikkonen takes third place. Hamilton goes into the first turn in the lead from Rosberg.
Looking up there. Nico still second. It's enough.
Verstappen has spun.
What happened?
Hamilton from Nico Rosberg, from Kimi Raikkonen, Daniel Ricciardo and Sebastian Vettel.
For the moment, is everything looking good. Stop for Luis.
Let's go down to Ted. You got a bird's eye view, Ted.
Yeah, he's right in front of me. It's the soft tyre.
Ooh, a bit slow.
Responding.
Nice time for Nico to pit.
And that's a very slick stop, isn't it? But once again, he has to stop.
What happened?
Ferrari, Sebastian Vettel.
Oh, I have to wait for the Ferrari. I lost there easy 3-4 seconds. Watch out with that.
He holds Nico Rosberg up this time around.
Wow. This moment I love it. It's my favorite in the documentary. It's the sun going down, it's champions, the season finale going down. That music is so epic.
This time around. Just got out ahead of Raikkonen, but he is behind Max Verstappen.
He lost the place with Max because of that moment in the pit stop. So it's there. It's enough, but obviously it's not nice to be in that position for Nico. It's just one position. Lose more to lose the championship.
Stopped yet, of course. I tell you what, that was really tight.
So they're purposely making Verstappen slow, so you need to get past him.
Oh, and Red Bull is making Verstappen slow. Probably to get Daniel in a better place, or I don't know.
So don't take any risks with Verstappen. You're doing the right thing.
So basically, the pit team is saying to Nico, "Stay there. We don't need to pass Max." Well, Raikkonen is close. It's not so easy, huh? Look at that, and also look at that. Is the Luis? Then is Verstappen, Nico, Raikkonen. I think the other one is the other Red Bull. Looks of Ricciardo and Vettel. So it's not easy, it's not very easy for Nico this race. The pack is really, it's really compressed. I think Hamilton is not pulling away too much because Verstappen probably has to stop yet because he had that span. Probably Hamilton is playing tactics now. He knows that if he's able to put the pack of cars together, there are more possibilities. Some drivers Rosberg have behind can pass him at some point. So probably I think Hamilton is trying to play games here, and it's in the right to do. I mean, it's in the fight with Nico for this race for the championship.
It's critical now that we start passing Verstappen.
And now it's critical. Nico has to pass Max because the problem is the cars he had behind can try the undercut to Nico in the next stop, and in that way Nico can lose the championship. So I think the best thing Nico can do now is to pass Verstappen, but it's not easy, as you know. So let's see. Here we go. Main straight DRS. Oh, what a braking!
And he's going for it.
Wow, he takes risk here.
Verstappen on the outside, Rosberg on the inside.
Wow.
Close, but they don't quite.
Great pass, great move.
Left Tanking, Rosberg puts himself up in
A ver.
place. Fabulous.
What a move. Nico, I honestly, hat off to that move. Knowing he had to do it, he went for it. Probably he knew in that moment that if he don't pass, maybe he was in a position to lose the championship, guys. So, and the move was sensational. Dive bomb, good braking, and doing that to Max is not easy at all. We know all how good is Max defending. So, probably, I think for me, it's the most important obviously, it's the most important overtake in the Nico Rosberg's career, or one of the most important in the fight for the championship, but it's one of the best, the way the race he had to take.
So catch the back, good Lewis, good job.
Nice.
My race looking.
P2 safe at the moment, Nico, P2 safe at the moment.
So Nico a bit worried. I'm doing the right thing. What is the rest of the people? I can't understand the dubs.
That's good to know.
Luis, easy, P1, leading. This is what I had to do. Rosberg pits for the last time.
So situation, 26 laps remaining, you're going to the end. Verstappen is car behind you. He's also going to the end. He's on 8-lap older tyres, and most important, look after that.
What a race for Verstappen after the span. He's in P3 right now.
Question, just wondering why you're so slow. Unsafe to Vettel.
Vettel wants something.
We don't believe so, Lewis, but he may be a threat later in the race. He takes the super soft.
Look at that. I think Luis is playing games. He's trying to slow down, to get closer to the cars behind Nico. And Vettel is the threat now. Probably will pit the last and to put soft tires. So Vettel can be a real threat at the end of the race, for Nico especially. And remember that Nico has to lose 2 places. Now he's in P2. He needs to finish P4. And that way Luis will be champion. Here we go, Vettel. Super soft tires. And here we go.
Okay, Lewis, this is an instruction. We need 45-1 for the win.
I suggest you guys let us race.
Ooh, troubles here between Luis and the team. Bono is trying to say to Luis, please don't try something polemic to say in some way. Go for your win. Forget Nico. You have to win and to wait. But I think Hamilton have another plan. He's trying to do something different. And I understand Luis in this situation, to be honest. Because anyway, a Mercedes driver will be champion. We don't know if he will be Nico or Luis, but anyway, the team will be champion at the end of the race. So I think Hamilton should be absolutely free to try to play tactics. I think. Obviously, I understand the other part of the story. I mean, if I would be the team principal, I will not like this situation. I mean, I want the best for my 2 drivers, and one of my drivers is trying to put in risk the victory of the other one. As a team principal, I can understand the frustration of the team with Lewis Hamilton, but as a driver, if I will be the driver, I absolutely understand what he's trying to do, Lewis, in my opinion.
Instead of doing something, make it go so much quicker.
Now obviously, Rosberg is blaming about what he's doing Lewis because he knows the threat he can face on at the end of the race. Vettel is coming really fast on the super soft tires. I understand also Rosberg is saying, please tell Lewis pick up the pace because he's destroying my race and he's putting in risk my championship.
Yeah, copy that.
Vettel seems so.
Look at that, passing Verstappen. Vettel.
He gets in front of Max.
He's there. Vettel is there now. He's just behind Nico.
Lewis, this is Paddy. We need you to pick up the pace to win this race. That's the instruction.
That's an instruction. Basically, they are saying, Lewis, you have to do it. As a Mercedes driver, this is an order. This is an instruction. Pick up the pace. And Luis is like saying, I think I will not do it. I will not do it. I will try to fight for this until the end. And I can imagine Rosberg now, the tension. Minor mistake can cost him the championship. Minor mistake, and he had behind Verstappen and Vettel, just behind. He will lose 2 places, and boom, that's it.
Lewis is trying to go slow as he can.
Look at that. is Verstappen and Vettel, and Lewis is trying to slow down as much as possible. This is tactics. This is absolutely tactics.
You know, just look at the sector time. Hamilton's like, I will not clear off into the sunset.
Exactly. Now Rosberg has to give everything he has, try to be as much focused as possible, and try to do everything perfect. The championship is there, Nico. You just have to maintain, calm down, don't make mistakes, and you will have it. Easy to say, difficult to do.
There we go.
Oh, it's close, Vettel.
Tries to go round the outside. Oh my God.
This is the wife of Nico Rosberg.
Rosberg fends off well.
Okay, save it. And with this final montage where you saw a lot of people, it was the mom of Lewis Hamilton, the wife of Nico Rosberg, Toto Wolff, everyone looking to that final lap in Abu Dhabi, the ending of the Silver War era. Who's gonna win this? Can Rosberg resist the pressure?
It's come down to the wire, but he's surviving with Sebastian Vettel pressurizing him all the way.
Well done, Lewis. Well done.
Wins the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix.
But
Nico Rosberg is second. He takes the championship.
Well done, Nico Rosberg, Formula One World Champion.
Yes! World champion! Brilliant! Lucky, amazing job! I'm so proud of you! You did
That's his wife. What a season, what a season. Great job, Nico. Well done. Well deserved, well deserved. And well done, Luis. This is the best image, this one. As always. That's my favorite thing of this documentary, is where the rivalry ends, but they recognize each other as rivals. They hug in, like saying, okay, we fought really, really hard in the whole season, and at the end, one champion, the other one lose, but we were rivals and we respect each other. And this is it. This is it. Nico Rosberg won by 5 points. Nico Rosberg, as I said, congratulations. What a fight. What a fight, guys. And Lewis, what a comeback. Always is there, fighting until the very end. When he has chances to fight for the championship, as we saw, for example, in 2021, Lewis did the same. He was behind, far behind, and he was able to come to the last race against Max Verstappen with the same number of points. When Lewis had the car to fight for the championship, he never gave up. He never gave up. This time, Nico saved it. But what a season did both drivers. Absolutely incredible.
Formula One World Champion. That sounds good, doesn't it?
Unbelievable, really. Oh, unbelievable. And it was so extremely intense out there.
Now I think Rosberg is being absolutely honest once this tension ends.
How are you feeling?
Pretty good. Generally, I did my job and did everything I needed to do this weekend. And
sadly, he did everything he has to do. Nothing more to do. He did everything.
Got the pole position and won the last 4 races. Have more wins than everyone, I think, this year, which is a great feeling.
Sadly, won more races than anyone this year. I think Nico won 9 races. Lewis won 10 races. So in a season like that, where Lewis had so many difficulties, it's unbelievable. Especially the final 4 races. He did everything perfect. 4 poles, 4 wins. Nothing more to say.
So, yeah. I did everything I could.
The first big one was relief. The first emotion, just relief.
Absolutely.
Crying my eyes out on the lap back. That's it.
Look at it's close to cry again. It has to be so emotional after 3 years fighting with Lewis. Finally beat Lewis. I cannot understand because we are not there. We are not Formula One drivers. We cannot understand fully what it means, but you can imagine, like saying, finally, man, all sacrifices I did, all losses, all bad moments, I finally was able to fight with Lewis and to win and to be champion, my dream. This has to be so emotional moment.
I mean, providing in the following years, we're given equal cars, there's more championships to win.
fighter, Lewis. He's a fighter, obviously. If he has the car, he will be there, I'm sure.
We'll discuss it afterwards, as we always do as a team, and pull back in. But I think we can't let that overshadow the fact that Nico's just won a championship.
Exactly.
You can understand the team's perspective, and you can understand Lewis's perspective. So there's no. That's it.
Probably he's talking about the tactics Lewis did, and Nico Rosberg, after his championing, he understands also what Lewis is trying to do. They are rising drivers. They want to win. They are competitive. They are athletes. I'm sure everyone knew Lewis Hamilton would try something, and it's fair. Meanwhile, you are not crashing with each other. It's fair. I think it's fair enough.
He did a fantastic job, so big congratulations to him. It's a great feeling to win a world championship, and look forward to fighting with him next year.
That's phrase Spain. If you know what happened next, looking forward to fight with him next year. I would like to see that too.
It feels like I've been racing him forever, and always he's been.
Rerun the season 10 times. How many does Nico win?
He's just managed to edge me out and get the title even when we were small in go-karts, so, and he's just an amazing driver, and of course one of the best in the history, and so it's unbelievably special to beat him, because the level is so high, and that makes this even more, for sure, so much more satisfying for me, because the benchmark is, and I took the world championship away from him, which is phenomenal.
That's it, guys. Sadly, that final word for Nico. To take the championship away from him is phenomenal. This is the Silver War. Thanks for watching, guys.
Hi, it's Danny Lozano, the creator of the Silver War F1 2016, Nico Rosberg versus Lewis Hamilton, the video you have watched. I really hope
I'm watching me right now.
you enjoy it, and you can support my work as a video editor clicking or touching one of the two buttons you have below this video, the Patreon button or the donate button. If you decide to do it, thank you so much.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Your support. It's really important to keep making these videos. Thank you.
Well, this is a final message for all of you. Basically, in my web, you can get access to these buttons I mentioned. Basically, if you want to support the work that's supposed to make this, you can do it through the buttons that are in the web. What is this video, the Silver War? You can watch it on my website. Link in the comments below, probably, and in the description of this slide. Pressing these two buttons, there are options and platforms where you can donate if you wish. Anyway, this is optional. Let's watch the credits. Thank you, man. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you for staying here and for your comments. It was really nice to read you, man. Thank you for stay here. So let's finish the credits. And that's it, guys. Thank you so much for you guys for watching. That was the Silver War. We watched the 3 documentaries during these 3 months. And for me, it's one of the best stories in Formula 1. So I hope you enjoyed. The Silver War is amazing, and the story, as I said, that's why people love. It's credited scene, people really love it. What a human story, guys. 2 friends, new rivals, giving everything they had. And for me, it was an honor. It was an honor to create these documentaries, to pay tribute to these guys, to this story. And for me, the Silver War means a lot. For many reasons. And as a Formula 1 fan, obviously, I enjoy as much as you making the documentaries and watching them. And I hope you enjoy these watch-alongs. And what I can say, we are really lucky to be Formula 1 fans, I think, for stories like this one. These clips are really cool. I found them somewhere and I placed them for the credits. That reflects that fight against Luis and Nico. But still here, guys, I think we have one clip more to watch.
Thank you all for coming. For me, it's a very special day today. Of course, as you know, to receive the trophy this evening. It's going to be amazing. But for another reason as well, I want to take the opportunity to announce that I've decided to end my Formula 1 career.
Boom! That's why also one of the reasons, because this story is so cool. After being champion, Nico Rosberg said, it's enough. It's enough. Stop here. I will retire from Formula 1. That's it. It was surprising for me. I remember receiving this news. I was in the supermarket because that was in the FIA final show that where the championships, where the drivers champion of each motorsport category receive the trophy at the end of the year in a show they celebrate. And that Friday, before to start the show, Rosberg was there announcing the retirement, and I remember to be in the supermarket and to read the news and say, "Wow, what? You are champion and you decide to retire? That's crazy."
Ever since I started when I was 6 years old, I had a very, very clear dream, and that was to become Formula 1 world champion. This year, it was extremely tough because I put absolutely everything into it. I didn't leave a stone unturned from Austin last year, really, where I suffered a lot after that loss. And so I've decided to follow my heart, and my heart has told me to stop there, call it a day. One of the most special things for me is also to have achieved it like my dad has been able to win the World Championship, so to share that with him. The first thing I did when I saw the World Championship trophy yesterday was to look, where's my dad, to see him, and that's been amazing.
Very emotional.
And so that's it. Thank you for everything.
Guys, that's it. This is the end. That was the Silver War F1 2016. What a story. What a story, guys. What I can say, I really hope you enjoyed this. But before to say goodbye to everyone, let me say you a couple of things, as always. First of all, thank you everyone who was watching this stream, who was in the chat. As some people I was reading the chat. It was really nice to share this watch along with all of you, as always. That's why I'm making these videos or these lives, to enjoy these videos, my videos with all of you together live. To watch, to relive these stories, or even for some people to watch for the first time these stories. And I said everything I had to say about the Silver War, What a story. Crazy end. Nico retired after being champion is crazy, but I think that's one of the reasons why this rivalry was so epic, also in the way it ended. And after that, for me, this rivalry, 20-30 years will be remembered. Even more than that, because I know that's why it's one of my favorite videos of all I made, probably because this story. And finally, before to say goodbye, guys, because that was the last watch along about the Silver War documentary, we finished. Next story is a different chapter. This section of the live stream is for fans of my videos like this one, like the Silver War documentary. People that wants to know more about my documentaries, about the story, about the things I made with these documentaries, to all the work behind I put on it. And for real fans of the Silver War F1 war, to say in some way. This section is dedicated to the fans. And first of all, this is patreon.com/floss. This is the platform where people can support my work as a content creator, And I have to say I'm really grateful. During all these years, we are a lot of members. Some people come, some people say goodbye. But through all these years, the support received is massive. And this is the way and the reason why I can stay here with all of you guys. Thank you for your support. thanks to you supporting platforms like patreon.com/floss. The link is in the description. Also will be in the comments below. The link to my Patreon page. Also, I will place a card here in the replay of the live where you can go there to my Patreon page. And basically here, if you get, there are two options. If you want to be member of this community on my Patreon page, you have two options: supporter ticket, premium pass. Supporter ticket is just support. You will be official supporting my work. Thank you so much if you decide to do it. The other option is premium pass. The premium pass is something else. It's not only just support. You will receive content, exclusive content about my work on these documentaries and videos, including the Silver War. You will get access to my feed, that actually you can find more than 100 posts that is exclusive for my community on Patreon, and also your name will be at the end of my videos, in the credits, you know? So people that get the premium pass, this one, will get access to all my content on Patreon, and part of this content is in the collection The Silver War, okay? This one is just one of the collections you can get access as a premium member once you get the premium pass. The collection of The Silver War is a video series where I share with my community and the fans of this documentary exclusive content, okay, about the making process, about secrets, about this rivalry, this documentary, this story. And for example, you can get access to videos like this one where I explain why I made the Silver War, the reasons that forced me to make the Silver War F1 2016 10 years ago, the real reasons. Videos where I explain how I build the story, like this one, you know. We can see a preview, I think.
But at the end, there is a context with the opening, with a first act.
Basically, here I'm explaining how I was able to build the story of the 2014 Silver War documentary in terms of storytelling.
Break, a midpoint where the friendship is broken. The second at break, where both protagonists have difficulties in the fight they have for the championship. They fight each other on track, and at the end, the climax where one of them wins, the other loses, but at the end, the friendship is fixed because they have mutual respect.
Very interesting video, and this is just part of a lot of content you can watch. A complete full music list for all people that is asking me every time, Danny, what is the name of the song that sounds in the Silver War documentary in this minute of the documentary? That's why I put a lot of efforts into create an individual playlist where you can listen every single soundtrack of every one of the 3 Silver War documentaries, where you can find every single link to every single song that sounds in every single Silver War documentary, the name of the song, the artist, links to listen the songs fully. This is what you can get also in the collection of the Silver War. Where to watch in case you need to know the information, the secrets, and the how I was working in the color grading of the Ultimate Edition, the version we have watched of the Silver War 2016 documentary, the Ultimate Edition that is the best. How I changed the colors, what I did in the footage to make it so great, you know. Here are all secrets you need to know if you are really curious about my work as a video editor. So, and as I said, this is just part of my collection, the Silver War, and it's for people that is big fan and at the same time they would like to support my work as a content creator. So patreon.com/floss, link available in the description and in the comments below of this live stream. And as always, I said, if you decide to support me at some point, thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much, really. Thanks to people like you, I can continue being here with all of you guys, trying to create more videos. That's why it's so important. And the other thing I would like to comment is, as always, this. Some people ask me, Danny, why you have a Silver War t-shirt? It's possible to get somewhere this t-shirt? It is. Floss Store. Also, I will place a card here to the Floss Store where you can go there and to get this merch. It's exclusive. It's where you can get an official t-shirt with the Silver War logo type. It's very cool. But not only that, there are also this special edition on silver. This one is really cool because at the back, you can see this. Oh, you are not watching this. Sorry. Again, I repeat. This is the store, where you can get the t-shirt with the logotype. Very cool in colors. Also, there is another edition in silver. That is this one. And it's very cool because at the back, you can see the stars and the numbers of Nico and Lewis, the 6 and the number 44. And you can see here, you know. It's really, really cool. What else? Also, you can get for winter time pullover hoodies. Very warm. I have one of them in my furniture and I use it, so I can tell you that it's really warm clothes. Mugs for your coffee, water, whatever, with the logotype in black. Really cool. This mug, really, really cool. Or even posters. I have this one in my room with the Silver War logo on silver, racing numbers of Lewis and Nico Rosberg. And as I said, this is for fans. For big fans of this rivalry, you can get these products in the Floss store. As I said, I placed the link in the card. Link available also in the description and in the comments below to the store in case you would like to get one of these. And if you get it as well, you are supporting my work in some way. So thank you guys. And basically that's the story. So what's next? What's the next watch along? I don't know. But anyway, at some point of this year, we will watch the continuation of this story. What is the continuation of this story? The battle for the championship next season, 2017. But how is possible if Nico Rosberg was retired from Formula 1? Because we have a new contender for Lewis Hamilton in 2017 in a new rivalry that I name Silver versus Red F1 2017, Clash of Champions. That's the next documentary we will going to watch, or not sure if it will be the next one, but at some point we will be watching the next documentary. That is the continuation of this rivalry in a new era. Ferrari enters in the championship battle, Silver versus Red. But this is a story for another day. So now, remember, thank you so much for staying here. Thank you so much for enjoying with me these documentaries. It was really nice to relive these Silver War stories with all of you during all these months. We watched the origins, transition, now the Silver War. I really hope you enjoyed as much as me. And as I said, the continuation of this story, it's Silver versus Red F1 2017 Clash of Champions. And the watch along will be available here in the future. Again, thank you so much for staying here in the lives, guys. See you really, really soon with more news and great things to come. Bye-bye.